What is up? What is going on, beautiful people? Hello, hey, hello, hi. My name is Khensani Khoza. I am one of the new guest hosts on the show Freestyle Talkz, and I'm so excited to be here, guys. Basically, what I'm going to be speaking to you guys about is just 22 things that I've learned at the age of 22, because currently that's where I'm at. And so there's obviously thousands and thousands and thousands of lessons that I've learned. But this year in specific, I'm going to be talking about what I've learned that has stood out to me. And we're just going to be unpacking what that looks like, and also life through the eyes of a Black woman, through the eyes of a young South African woman, because that's where I'm from, born and bred in the beautiful, beautiful, buzzing city of Johannesburg in South Africa. And yeah, man, I've lived such an incredible, blessed life. Like, I'm so grateful. And really and truly, it's been absolute bliss. So my producer is going to be helping me on standby. There's a couple slides and visuals that I'd like to speak with and help, talk about these things and bring it to life, essentially. So let's jump straight into it. Let's talk a little bit about who I am. Let me introduce myself. So I am all the way from South Africa, Johannesburg. And yes, I was born and bred in Joburg. So I was born in the suburban lush town of Sandton. Those of you who know Sandton, it's one of the quite a pinnacle place in Johannesburg. So that's where I was born, in the metropolitan city, but nonetheless, Joburg, the buzzing New York City of Africa, the place of dreams, where it's the concrete jungle of Africa where dreams are made of, and essentially, quite precisely, in terms of the line of work that I do, entertainment wise, that's where it's at. That's where the industry is booming and it's popping and it's lively. So I've been very blessed to be immersed in the space since I was super young. So I would consider myself to be a thespian. And a thespian is somebody who is an artistic, creative person. So I've been acting since I was young. Since about 2 years old, I was scouted first as a model. And then from being a model, I then got given opportunities to be in adverts and to be in commercials and to be on billboards. And then from billboards, I went into films, and then I did a couple series. And so throughout the years, I've just been able to hone my craft, and I really found so much joy. And it was really freedom of expression for me to be able to be in front of the camera. I think that also just brought me out of my shell even more. I mean, I was always a really energetic kid, but being in front of the camera was just a beautiful channeled way for me to be able to express myself. And yes, as you can see, here's my website. This is where you can see all of the work that I've done throughout the years, and it's more than just my work as an actress, as a performer, as a dancer as well. I also dance. I love it. I've been doing it as well since I was pretty young. I did contemporary, did ballet, did jazz at a point. I did modern, did hip hop. So when it comes to movement, you understand, I'm there, I'm within. Oh, and also, I mean, I'm a Black woman, born and bred in a Black household. Music is always around me. So the rhythms, the grooves, the just movement. It's like a very much a natural DNA sort of thing. So yes, that's also where I get a lot of my rhythm and my bass from. Very much attest and grateful to my mom, because she put me onto some incredible tunes. But yeah, here's my website. You can get more insights about who I am. I'm also very passionate about uplifting my communities. And you can see a lot of my outreach programs in my website. And basically, in whatever capacity that I'm able to, I grew up serving my communities, because South Africa is still a deeply unequal society. So I was privileged enough to be born in the burbs, in the suburbs, whereas, my parents grew up in not necessarily the suburbs, but in spaces where they don't call the township. So that's like the hood. And because of obviously apartheid that happened in South Africa, it caused a divide in the people. So Black people were cast out into living into the outskirts of town, into the ghettos, into the hoods, some people might recall. So yeah, essentially that's where my parents grew up, but they worked really hard. And upon, post-democracy, I was then they found spaces to live in the suburbs. And so that's where I was born and bred. And they took me to really great schools, and me and my siblings, in fact, not just me alone. So yeah, I feel really, really privileged and grateful to um, the teachings of my mom and the teachings that I've acquired through the spaces I've been able to be in. I feel really humbled. And here's my Instagram, guys, if you want to get in touch more with me as a person and just find out what am I about. Yeah, you can check me there on my social media. On TikTok, it's at Khensani K. Exactly. Thank you. That's my producer. As well as my Instagram, you can find me, same WhatsApp group. I'm also on YouTube, guys. And it's basically just my name, Khensani Khoza. But all the relevant, details of how to get a hold of me and how to get in touch with me, we'll definitely send those out upon the post of when this is done and when this is over. And yeah, when the live link gets shared out into the public. So basically, let's jump right into the presentation. Let's talk about the lessons that I've learned. Oh, before we jump into that, actually, there's some videos that I wanted to show you guys so that you can see, actually, okay, cool. I'm telling you I'm an artist. I'm telling you I'm this. I'm telling you that. But I think it's also nice for you guys to be able to see like me in action and to see the work that I've done. So any video, there's a couple videos that I'd like to show for you guys, and my producer is gonna be so kind as to show one of the videos. But yeah, I've been doing a lot of films and I've been working a lot, especially like these past couple of months. It's been hectic, but that's the life we live as artists, and I'm very grateful. Yeah. If you noticed in that video, I'm wearing an Uber Eats hat, but I'll speak more a little bit about that later on. Let's jump into the next video. Now everybody go to breakfast. I know that one was lagging, but I was enjoying. So, and I still look cute. So that's what matters. Let's jump into the next video. Yeah, that's also another one of my dance videos. I was on set, but I was on a break, but I was dancing. How stunning is that dress? Anyways, next video. There's just one. Cool. As you can see, there's a lot of exciting things that I've been so blessed, man, to be a part of these spaces. Like, I'm so grateful. And here's too many more. I'm so excited to see what the future holds. But in any case, let's jump into the presentation. Let's do the presentation. Let us talk about 22 things that I've learned at 22. Yes, as you can see, that is the title slide. That is basically the introduction of the slide. So let's jump into the next slide. I think that's the intro. Yeah, and I've basically already spoken to you guys about who I am, what I do, and just for contextual reasons as well, I forgot to mention that I am currently in university. I'm at the University of Cape Town, the best university in Africa, baby. Beauty with brains. Yeah, we come with levels this side. So yes, I'm studying international relations because I really truly believe that Africa has so much to give to the world. It has given so much to the world, but it's more so a thing of being able to place how Africa is situated in economic, social spaces, political spaces as well. So I wanted to be able to utilize my gifts and my talents to be able to serve my community, which is South Africa and Africa to a greater extent. So I really do think that by being conscious of what's going on, how the continent is positioned, we can then be able to penetrate the relevant spaces. And so I think this in itself alone is a testament to that. I'm using my skills and my abilities to be able to share myself and to be able to cultivate and to be a part of a greater goal and a movement of being able to rewrite the narrative of what Africa and its people are about. We are a people full of life, zest, fun, flavor, but more than anything, intelligence, brilliance. And I think that we need to constantly emphasize that in whatever space that we enter into, whether it's politics, whether it's art, whether it's business, wherever we go, we need to shine. And we must shine boldly, shine with chest. So yeah. On to the next slide. Let's jump into it. 22 things that I've learned. The first one, yeah, it's following your intuition. Guys, I can't tell you how invaluable this has been to me. It's been incredibly humbling and grounding for me because I think that there's so many moments in life where there's that voice in the back of your mind that says, rather do this, or maybe you should do this, or perhaps, And so I think for me, just being away from home, I've now gotten into a sort of survival mode and I'm really out here on my own. I mean, by God's grace, I have family in Cape Town, but it's not like my immediate family. It's like cousins and uncles and that sort of thing. But still, I'm out here, I'm fending for myself. I'm pursuing things, I'm pursuing my education, simultaneously achieving and going for my goals and my dreams, and there's a lot of trials and tribulations that come with that. But if you well, personally for me, I have found that, listening to my heart and being still and honoring the voice within me, I believe that that's God and the divine speaking to me and ministering to me and showing me that, hey, like, rather do this. And yes, of course, I'm not perfect. There are definitely times where it's not always like that. But as far as I can, I can't say that it's failed me. So yes, following your intuition, it's a must. Like, on to the next one now. The next one, we're going to be talking about how to love yourself. Guys, I can't express to you, like, this is so important. It's so important. And I really do think that it comes from a sense of really embracing. For me in my life, I've seen it through embracing my flaws because I'm so far from perfect, but also loving and adoring my strengths, embracing the good and the bad, and embracing that, what, I'm constantly learning, I'm constantly growing. And in that, I'm going to have to, be able to appreciate what I am and who I am in that current moment in time. And I think that once I've learned to really truly love and value myself, I've really learned to value my space, and not only my space, but just being present with myself and enjoying my own company. Because really and truly, growing up, it's not like you're always going to have people around you. So being and learning to love yourself is such it's a divine thing. It's a divine thing. And you know what, when you love yourself, you just overflow with goodness, with good vibrations, and it like overflows. And other people are so drawn to that. So I just think that, yeah, guys, it really starts with you. Just take care of yourself, love yourself, and you'll be fine. On to the next one. We're going to be talking about, oh my gosh, social media. Huh? Guys, hey, I wouldn't lie to you. This generation of ours, it's like the millennials and Gen Zs, we unfortunately, fortunately, depending on how you look at it, we literally live and consume social media on a day-to-day basis. It's literally an extension of who we are. It's parallel to our realities. Every day, every other second, we hear on the phones, on the computers, on the laptops, on the whatever, we've got gadgets. And so we're always consuming, always consuming. So I really do think that one has to be cognizant and conscious of what it is that they're consuming, because social media can get extremely toxic and really, really dangerous if you take it at face value to think that, oh, this person is always happy, like this is their life and that sort of thing. No, let me tell you something. I've had to learn this the hard way. Social media is really just, it's like a person's CV, or how can I put it? It's the way people, it's the highlights of people's lives. So you can't always look at it and say, oh my gosh, this person's always traveling to luxury hotels. Oh my word, this person's always on set. Oh my word, this person, oh, hey, hey, what about you? What about you? What about you? So I really do think that if you want social media to be a healthy space, which I know for myself has helped me tremendously, I literally have had to go and unfollow accounts who I felt were draining us. So, the gossip accounts, the accounts that just talk about irrelevant stuff. Like, I really do believe that social media can be an incredible tool for a person's career. We've seen it, how it launches and helps people in their careers and just connecting. So I follow a lot of motivational, spiritual, like faith-based accounts as well. That has really helped also just steer my vision. And I also follow people who are in my industry for the sake of, being inspired and just keeping tabs on the people that I aspire to work with one day. So yeah, social media is fake. Don't take it and think that that's the truth, because people will only show you what they want to show you. You don't know what goes on behind closed doors. But yeah, pretty much that's all I'll say about that. Let's move on to the next one. We're going to be talking about how nobody owes you anything. Now, guys, this thing of growing up as well and just fending for yourself and trying to make something of yourself in this life, there are definitely people that you need in your life to be able to get you there, right? But simultaneously, just understand that in as much as you might have a big heart, like I know for a fact, I'm those type of people who loves to see others win. So where I can, I'm going to help out. If I know that a certain somebody is, for example, if I was a chef and I know that I'm at chef school and I had a friend who wanted to be a chef, I know that I would be like, friend, let's go get you documents. Friend, let's go get you the right uniforms. I'm the type of person to help out where I can. Yeah, but not everyone has the same heart as me. You understand? And that's the hard truth, that nobody actually owes you anything. You have to go out and do these things on your own, because at the end of the day, everybody else is living their own life. They have a lot of their own things that they've got going on. So you have to just be cognizant of the fact that actually, yeah, yeah, yeah. So very much appreciate all the people who do help, because they're not forced to do that. So it's just a matter of appreciating and being thankful that, yeah, you took the time out of your day, that even though you weren't forced to, you did. And it's okay, even if people don't necessarily help you, it's fine. It just, knocked you just keep you have to keep on knocking on different doors to be able to get to the right one. Not all doors will shut. Yeah, so you just got to keep on keeping on and keeping on different routes. You got to reroute as well. That might help. But at the end of the day, just keep this in the back of your mind. When people give you favors, how genuine are those favors? Do they want stuff in return? Yikes. So just be here, guys. You got to stay woke, because, yeah, yeah. On to the next one. So essentially, oh yeah, this is a picture just of my family. So to honor your parents, guys, yeah, this is something that I've learned just growing up. So I come from a family of four. That's me. That's my brother and my sister, as well as my darling mom. So my siblings are twins. They are 19, turning, no, they're turning 19. They're turning 19 next month. So you could basically say that they're 19. So yeah, they're twins. And yeah, my mom has raised us since we were very, very young. And she has groomed us to be such incredible people and such incredible young, like, oh my word, I just feel so blessed, man, to have my mom. Like, guys, if I tell you, yeah, if I can just be half of the mom that my mom was to me, to my kids, I think I'll be grand. I actually think I'll be grand, because when I tell you my mom, yeah, she's like a superwoman. I don't understand how she does it. She was our mom. She was our life coach, our psychologist, our mental health wellness coach, our, understand, she was our cheerleader. She was the provider. She was then the emotional, like, guys, oh my gosh, she worked so many jobs, and she still was able to be present in our lives. So forever and always, I always say, Lord, thank you so much. I I really do appreciate. Hi, you're the Antonio Homo. Thank you so much for your love struck comment. Love it. Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate the love. So, guys, all I can say is I'm just like, honor your parents. Honor your parents, because one thing is for sure. The older I get, the more I get into adulthood, I realize how hectic it is to look after myself, to be responsible for myself, and just to be cognizant of this stuff. But my mom has raised us to be independent, yes, but there's definitely times where it's a bit shaky. You understand? As myself, just navigating adulthood and navigating life. So honor your parents. Just be grateful. Give them, cut them some slack, because they're really doing the best that they can, and it's also their first time being parents. I was the firstborn, so I was the guinea pig of the family. Shout out to all the firstborns, especially firstborn daughters. Ha! The stress, yeah? You understand? It's hot. It's hot. It's not for the faint-hearted. It's not for kids. And yeah, but nonetheless, it's been a beautiful, beautiful journey of growing up and being raised by the incredible woman that my mom is. You can see that I get much of my personality from her. But yeah, anyways, moving on to the next one. I would like to chat about how to embrace change. Embrace change, guys. Aha, this life knows no balance. This life no balance. You understand? Life will rock you left, right, and center. There's nothing in this life that you can say, okay, cool, I'm going to be prepared for 100%. No. Were we prepared for COVID? I don't think so. Did we anticipate recessions in various countries? No. Did we anticipate, the warfare that's currently going on between Russia and Ukraine? Did we anticipate? Woo! All I can say is you have to be flexible in this life. You can't be, stuck on things the way that they are, because it's inevitable. Change is a part of growth. It's a part of life. You have to just be embracing of it. Understand and know that some things are just out of your control, and what you can control, like, do your best, but know that it's not set in stone. So just, allow. But that brings me to the next point. Let's talk about it. Sure. Yeah, I was just about to say, just never force, just flow. You understand? Go with the motions of life, but also be intentional with the things that you want in this life. It's important to have intention and to do what you can. So if I know, for example, that I want to be an Olympic swimmer, I know that I'm going to do the necessary things within my control to get to that. You understand? Whether or not I get there, it's the process. It's the thing of starting the process. I know that if I'm trying to be an Olympic swimmer, I have to go to training. I have to eat the right diets. I have to also get my mindset correct, you know? So it's about putting in the right steps and the necessary things that you need to be able to get to where you're trying to go to without being stuck on the end goal. Like, no, relax, let go. You find that I found, in fact, that there's so many moments in life where, even though I'm in the motions and I'm in the process, and yes, it's not always easy, it's not always fun, but if I just let go and I flow into it, and I take my time, and I'm really, really intentional about what I'm doing in that moment in time, I find that, the blessings just start coming. They just start flowing. And I'm like, yes, thank you, Lord. Jesus is Lord. We appreciate. So yeah, I really just do believe that you can't force anything in life. If it's meant to be, it will be. But even if it's not, that's okay. Something better is lined up for you. Don't get it twisted. God definitely doesn't falter. He knows what he's doing. And I just think it's a matter of trusting. Or for those of you who don't necessarily believe in God, your divine source, or, the universe. So just let go, man. Let go, relax. But moving on to the next one. So yeah, guys, I did mention earlier on that there was a little dance video that I did earlier, and I was wearing this Uber Eats hat. So this ties into this point that I was sharing with you. So never dim your light. Don't do that. Don't do that. Sorry, you want to dim your light? No, don't do it. I'm telling you now, don't do that to yourself. Don't block your blessings. You understand? When you were created, when you were carved, when you were crafted in your mom's womb, there was no faults. Your creator didn't make a mistake. He made you with your flaws and your perfections. You were beautifully and wonderfully made. So your weirdness that you think, oh, shucks, like I don't think I could do X, Y, and Z because of X, Y. No, no, no. You're unique and wonderfully made. So allow that to set you apart from your peers, to set you apart from the others. We don't need another Drake. We don't need another Beyonce. God bless them because they've blessed the world with their gifts and talents. But it's the same way. I'm telling you, don't dim your light, because can you imagine if the likes of Drake and Beyonce were shy and they were like, ish, I don't know, my pitch of voice is like this. Ooh, ish, I don't know, like, I don't know if people would listen to my lyric. Can you imagine? Never do that to yourself. Don't do it to yourself. So basically, just a bit of background about this photo. There was this competition running for Uber Eats ambassadors, right? So one of my friends saw that it was a campaign that was happening online. And so they were like, friend, you have to go and you have to into this competition. And I didn't really think much of it because I was just like, I don't see why me? Like, there's so many other people who could do it, who are literally so great. And so she was like, no, do it, do it, do it, do it. And I was like, oh, okay, like, let me just see. But I had to basically write a manifesto and like get people on social media to vote and to support me essentially and support my campaign. And by God's grace, it really turned out to be that it was meant to be. The stars aligned, and they said, yeah, congratulations, you are now a global brand ambassador. Your girl is an Uber Eats brand ambassador. So stay tuned, guys. There's going to be so many campaigns and amazing things that's going to happen. So yeah, you can check that out on my social media pages. There's so much. Understand? So if I had dimmed my light, if I had just said, if I sunk into my insecurities, I would have robbed myself of this blessing. Just imagine. And there's so many other moments that I can think of. But yeah, for the sake of this, let's just roll into the next one. So when we talk about guys, your net worth, your network, I can't express this enough to you. Just be good to people. Be good to people. Be kind. Be loving. Be a good person to be around, man. It's important also to just associate yourself with people who are healthy for you, not only in terms of friendships, but also your relationships, whether it's romantic or platonic. Understand that the people you surround yourself with, you are a sum of the 5 people that you spend the most time with. If you look at your inner circle and you look at the people you hang around with and you're not necessarily pleased, I think that you should just oh, sorry, there goes my alarm. I think that you need to just be mindful of the people that you keep around you, because energies energies are contagious. Don't get it twisted. You could be an incredible person, but if you're constantly surrounding yourself with bad company will corrupt a good character. So don't do that to yourself. Understand that in this world that we're living in, you need people. So you have to make a good impression on people so that we don't know also who you're bumping into. 5, 10 years down the line, this person could be a big deal, a CEO, a brand ambassador, whatever. And you now need some sort of reference. You need a leg up, you need assistance. So how can people assist you or want to be involved with you if you're just not a good person to be around, or you've rubbed people the wrong way? So don't do that. Don't block your blessings. Make sure that you associate with the right people and associate with people who you're inspired by. Yes, be inspired by the people that you surround yourself with. So yeah, moving on to the next one. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Guys, you gotta work smarter, not harder. And I think this really just boils down to having a sense of discipline and a sense of self-respect, because there's a lot of things that could come to be, but they require the groundwork to be laid. You need to have a strong foundation. So, for example, with me being a content creator, there's so much planning and and things that just happen behind the scenes. But I know that I couldn't necessarily be where I'm at currently if I didn't put in the graft. But I know that it's a thing of being intentional again and about the habits that I consume and the habits that I have that work towards where I'm trying to get to. So even if it's like a small little thing today, it'll mount up to great things in the end. So 5 to 10 minutes spent on the thing that you want to do every single day. It's just about having discipline and about honoring yourself and really just building the person that you really wish to be and honoring who you're trying to get to. So work smarter, not harder. There's no reason for you to be toiling. Like, no, it's giving exploitation, it's giving labor. Like, no, obviously you have to work, but be smart about it. Be smart, break it down into bite-sized chunks so that it's manageable, so that you can do. You understand? Don't kill yourself once off because you didn't, have discipline. It'll help you in the long run. Let's move on to the next one. And so we're talking about the okay, choose those who choose you. Yeah, guys, yeah. 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 As I mentioned earlier, not everyone has the same heart as you. And that's okay. Just some people are just not good people. And that's just the way it is. So you can never ever just assume that people want the best for you. So I think it's really important to surround yourself with people where there's love. Go where there's peace. Go where there's love. Go where there's joy. Go where you feel safe and protected. And not only that, but you feel really appreciated. Because this life is already hectic. Life is already tough as is. There's no reason for you to be forcing relationships and to be forcing yourself on those who don't see you. Have some self-love, respect yourself, surround yourself with the people who love you back. You know? It's not hard, but at the same time, just be cognizant of the fact that just do yourself that favor. Associate with the right people, but also associate with people who bring out the best in you. It's so important. Yeah? Iron sharpens iron. Keep it savvy, keep it clean. Let's move on to the next one. Oh yeah, so this is actually a photo taken from my website. So again, if you guys check my website, my producer did put it up, but I think he could put it up again. The website, it's just my portfolio. But basically, as I mentioned earlier, I've been doing a lot of community projects just to be able to it's just such a it's a therapeutic and really it's such a it's a gift and it's a blessing to be able to give back where you can, however you can. So I offered my time here to we were in Shai Mozambique with my church, and we were building houses for the community from sustainable resource materials in the space. So yeah, this is me carrying some of the work materials that we were using to be able to craft these structures for the community people. So essentially, this is all about being kind. Like, you just have to be kind, guys. Just be kind. Everybody's going through so much. People are going through a lot, and they won't necessarily show you or vocalize it. But you've got to just be kind. Have some empathy, be kind, because it's free. Like, you lose nothing by being a good person to others, really and truly. And so, yeah. Also understand that karma is a thing, yeah? What goes around comes around, goes around, and comes back all the way around. So, yeah, be good, be mindful, and just have a good heart. Have a good heart. Just be a good person. You lose nothing from being a good person. On to the next one. Let us talk about it. Talk about it. Staying grateful, guys. So, just a little quick, didn't you know? Little quick fact about me, right? So, my name is Khensani, and Khensani is a Tsonga word. It means gratitude. So, funny enough, my parents knew what they were doing when they named me that. So, I was was the child that came to my mom as a blessing after a very, very, very tricky time in their lives. So they were essentially saying thank you to God for blessing them with me. So even me in my life, yeah, I try by all means to be grateful because guys, there's a lot going on, but best believe it could be worse. And I know for a fact today there's so many answered prayers that I'm living in currently, even though it's not necessarily perfect, it's not necessarily always going to be, perfect and hunky dory, but I need to always just embrace and be appreciative of where I'm at currently because best believe it could be worse. So I just got to take it in, soak it in, and just be grateful. Be grateful. The universe also just like, it's one of those things of just understanding that you can't attract more greater things into your life if you're not currently appreciating what you do have. So it just starts with where you're at currently and with yourself. Yeah? Keep it 100. Just be grateful. Let's move on to the next one. The next lesson that I've learned was that other people's opinions of you ain't none of your business, babes. It's none of your business. Really and truly, this is your life. Yeah? It's your life. There are going to be people you're going to disappoint. Likewise, people are going to break your heart. People are going to disappoint you. But at the end of the day, if you know that you are living by your truth and you're doing your best, obviously it's inevitable that you're going to disappoint people because we're imperfect people. It happens all the time. But knowing the fact that you are staying true to who you are, your values, your morals and principles, it's irrelevant to what the rest of the people are saying. People are always going to have something to talk, whether you're doing bad, whether you're doing good. People always have something to say, even when it's not warranted. Like some people really think that their 2 cents is valuable. Like both of you to assume that your opinion matters. But just understand that some people are just gonna be negative and you can't be everyone's cup of tea. And that's fine. That's fine. Again, it's about choosing those who choose you. Go where the love is, go where the success is, yeah? And just keep it going, keep it flowing like the water. You'll see it through. Let's move on to the next one. We're talking about how to humble yourself. Yo, guys. Ah, ah, ah. It's very important, this thing, hey? It's very important. You have to stay humble, irrespective of how well you are doing. Life is unpredictable. And you have to understand that once you become prideful and egotistical, you're going to start declining yourself of blessings. Because ain't no way no one wants to be around a prideful, arrogant, snob. It's just not a good look. It's not cute. Don't do that to yourself. Humble yourself. Ground yourself. Because it's through humility that you can then be catapulted to the next levels. You understand? Don't ever think of yourself higher than thou because just because you're hot today. Hey, tomorrow is another story. Yesterday's price is not today's price. But you also have to understand that in the motion, just be calm, relax, keep it here. Don't ever just relax, humble yourself, sit down, and also be willing to go through the motions of life because life will test you and life will definitely humble you if you're not humble yourself. So just be humble. Don't put yourself through the ringer. It's not worth it. On to the next one. So we're talking about how to be your own cheerleader. Yes, guys. In this day and age, we're living in a very tricky, especially with social media. So many people have so much to say, negative comments, or and just opinions that are really irrelevant. At the end of the day, like if you know that you have a goal and you have things that you're trying to achieve and you're trying to go after, it is your obligation to get your mindset correct. You have to back yourself fully. You have to back yourself fully because if not you, then who? If not you, then who? You can't expect someone else to believe in you more than you believe in yourself. What? Whose dreams are they? Whose goals are they? Whose life is it? Okay. Okay. Right. Right. Be your own cheerleader, guys. Even if you are looking like you're a mad person, it's fine. It's fine. At the end of the day, people will catch on and they'll get your drift and they'll see your madness as creative brilliance. So cheer for yourself, back yourself, because if not you, ain't nobody gonna do it for you. Yeah? Okay, on to the next one. We're talking about how to success is lonely. Yeah. So again, this life thing that we're doing, we're all walking on different paths. And you're gonna meet people along the way and split with people along the way when the ethics and values and just the paths not necessarily the same. That's also just something to understand, that some people come into your life for a reason, a season, or for a lesson, and that's absolutely fine. And to know the expiration date, because you have a place to be, you have a destination to get to, and so do they, and it would be a shame to keep yourself stagnant for the sake of holding on to what you know already. you know Success is constantly going to, attaining success and just being in that motion. It's oh man, it's I think it can get very overrated as well, because there's so much hype built up around getting to where you want to be and getting to what it is you want to do. Like, no, enjoy where you are currently, but also understand that you've got to enjoy your own company and enjoy the process in getting to where you're trying to get to, because it is a lonely journey. You have to do it on your own. There's nobody that's going to hold you accountable other than yourself. So yeah, that's it. Is what it is. It is what it is. So just embrace it and know that you still have to just have a good community of people around you, but also know when to filter out the noise. Yeah. It's important to have a clear intention, to have a clear vision, and set your intention and go forth and do what you got to do. Yeah. It's your life, it's your journey, it's your dreams. Let's go on to the next one. Ooh. Oh, yeah, guys. Personally, I'm a woman of faith. I've been brought up to be, a woman of faith as well. Prayer, meditation, and exercise. Yo, guys, this has really, it is, and honestly, it has been like therapy for me. Just finding peaceful space to be, and to find serenity. I really do think that cultivating an incredible relationship with God, or your creator, or whoever that might be to you, cultivating a healthy relationship with your source, because life is left, right, and center. Like, life is uncertain, people are unpredictable. You can't place your trust in people, but if you have a constant source to run back to, for me, that's God. I know that I can lean on not my own understanding, because the universe was crafted beyond my understanding. I'm just here. I'm on a path, I'm on a mission, just like everybody else. So there's divine wisdom, divine knowledge, and divine entities beyond me. So I can't even, you understand, there's certain things I can't fathom with my own human brain. So it's just about understanding that I'm just a mere mortal, and I've been blessed with this life. So it's important to just pray through what you go through and meditate. Yeah. Do some stretching, do some exercises. It's important to keep your spiritual life in check, your physical life in check. Do exercises. For me, that's dancing, that's going to the gym, and keeping your mental health, in check as well. And again, that for me is being grateful, and for journaling is something that's really helped me. And that's also a sense of meditation as well. Saying affirmations as well is something that I also cultivate, to be able to get my spirit and my soul, my heart, my entire being holistically in check. Because really and truly, there's a lot going on. But if you are not grounded yourself, you can easily get swayed left, right, and center. So yeah, just ensure that you have a way of being able to take yourself to therapy, or if not necessarily you taking yourself to therapy, find little quiet times for yourself to come back towards yourself and to check in and to be in tune and to know that it's going to be okay. Even if you're not now, it doesn't mean it'll be like that forever. So yeah, guys, cultivate this aspect of holistic well-being is so important. So important. Don't neglect it, because it starts with you. Let's move on to the next one. Da 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 da. Oh my goodness, guys. And as I said, not everyone has the same heart as you. You could be one of the people, the most generous, loving, joyful people in the world. I'm one of those people. I believe that I am. But knowing full well that there are other people as well who don't necessarily think or are the way that, they don't have a big heart like myself. And that's okay. But also knowing that people are going to rock you. They're going to do you wrong. People won't necessarily always do good by you. Not everyone has your best interests at heart. Some people will move sideways on you. Some will backstab you. Some will double cross you. Others will play with you. They'll play with you. Hey, hey, hey. People will do a lot. People do a lot in this life. And I guess it's human nature. It's just being selfish. They won't think for you the way that you think for yourself. So you can't always put the needs of others beyond your own. Where it's necessary, yes. So again, there's traumas and pain that people inflict on you because they themselves are dealing with their own demons, you know. But unfortunately, it now becomes your responsibility to heal through that. Hence why I mentioned that thing of having a holistic wellness practice. For me, that's prayer, that's exercise, and that's meditation, to be able to bring yourself towards yourself. Because yay, do not absorb the pains and the traumas of other people. Yeah. You just have to heal. It starts with you, because if you are not okay, nothing else in your life will be. So you gotta nurture yourself, take care of yourself, and all the love and care that you pour immensely, in fact, even more, to other people, try and bring that more towards yourself. Because again, you can't be pouring from an empty cup. It all starts with you. Nourish yourself, nurture yourself, so that you can be good and effective, not only in your space of work and in the spaces you occupy, but to others as well. So moving on to the next one. We're talking about, oh yeah, this is the last one. I think this is the last slide. God always answers prayers, guys. That's all I can say. Not our timing. We want things now. We want it now, even when we are not necessarily equipped, holistically, spiritually, mentally. There's a lot that's going on. And even if things don't necessarily make sense currently, when you look back, they make sense. I was listening to an interview with, I think it was Will Smith, if I'm not mistaken, or I can't remember whose interview it was, but I was listening to a celebrity interview. It was on the Daily Show with Trevor Noah, and he was talking about how the celebrity was talking about how life is lived forwards but understood backwards. So a lot of the trials and tribulations and hardships and lessons that we've had to go through, we'll only understand for later on in life, because that was character development. Yeah, you have to be well equipped for where you're getting to. If you're someone who is destined for the limelight, you have to ensure that your character is going to be put in check. You can't be an egotistical freak when you get there, because when that light shines on you, it is harsh. One has to be able to withstand the pressures of being at that level of public critique, of being ripped apart, by the media, by everybody else. You have to have such a strong sense of self in what it is that you're doing, so that you don't be swayed by the opinions of other people. But ultimately, you don't answer to people, you answer to your creator. I answer to God. So I know that it's not my will, even though I'd like for things to happen on my timing. Sometimes looking back, it's actually best that, God knows what he's doing. And I trust that he does. So yeah. With that being said, I believe that this is the end of the presentation. And this does conclude the end of this fun. This has been so amazing. I've had so much fun being able to interact with you guys. I really do appreciate those of you who watch this. It's been so incredible to share these lessons with you all. And I'm excited for the next show. Don't forget to follow me on social media, guys. I'm going to be very active there. I'm going to be very, very active all over the place, on Instagram, on TikTok, on YouTube, there's a lot of social media platforms that I'm on. Make sure also check out my website if you're keen to do some really cool things. Yeah, like, always busy. I'm a busy gal, and as I should be, because the future is very, very, very bright, and I'm excited. I'm really, truly excited. Once again, shout out to the Freestyle Talkz family. It's been such a privilege to be here, and I really do appreciate your time, guys. Thank you very much. I am your girl, Khensani K, signing out. Love and light. Stay fresh. Stay fly. I will see you. Bye.